Oh, hiya,
Hey,
Dana. How are you?
good. How are you doing? We did this.
We did it. We figured it out. Look at us. We're live. We're kicking the whole
We're
internet.
kicking.
Yeah, we have people watching. This is incredible.
Okay, I'm super excited about this. Now that we got the tech figured out, we can get into the good stuff.
I'm here for it. Whatever. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm just happy to be here, like
Well,
usual, where I show up.
well, that's the thing. We need you right now. Need you right now, Kristen. The news is bad. The news is bad. I mean, pretty much every day, right? That's my genre is talking about all the bad stuff Trump and the Republicans and the Supreme Court is doing. And then you get to bring your lighthearted humor to make things seem not
Yes.
quite as bad.
That's my job. That's my job. Because yes, everything seems to not, the way I put it is those are things I disagree with. A lot of things are happening that I disagree with. And they're not the outcome that I would have chosen. So that's how I frame it. I don't like to say it's bad because that
Okay.
means I'm a victim of my
Yeah.
government. I
Yeah.
just disagree with the things that are happening and they are not with the outcomes that I would have chosen.
What's interesting, your wording there, because this is what I want to get into, because I feel like who you are is part of the resistance and how you speak in your comedy shows, because you are so funny, but you're not hateful
No,
whatsoever,
no.
and these days people think that resistance means you got to be like angrier, right? You
Right.
got to be more hateful. And I think that your form of resistance is actually more of like a celebration of who you are. And that's really cool. So let's talk about who you are, because I think your story is fascinating. And I'm sure many people know it. But I also think it's very fascinating in the context of politics, because you come from a small town in Texas, and
Yup.
Texas is the heart. I mean, a really big seat is up, right?
Yeah.
Democrats may flip the seat, and with James Talarico in Texas, and so Texas, and plus they did the redistricting there. It's really part of the conversation in a very big way, and you get to give kind of the perspective, maybe of both, of perhaps what the small town Republicans might think about
I don't know if we
Democrats.
could do that. I don't know if I could put myself quite in their boots or not. But I mean, it was a different Texas when I lived there. It was on the more purple side.
Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
in the days of Ann
Yeah.
Richards, like we had a very different Texas. Since I've left, it seems like when I lived there, we did not have open carry. Like things have come since I've left that just like the state got redder and more like Western. It's like a Western now. Yeah. Just like
Mm-hmm.
you can like whenever I visit, it's so weird to just walk into like a Raising Cane's chicken and have people ordering chicken with a big gun on their hip. And I have family members that I'll be in the living room and the kids will come in and they're like, well, going to work. And they're going to work wherever they work with a pistol on their hip. I'm like,
Wow.
do you work somewhere dangerous? They're like, oh, no, like it's a print shop. It's like, okay. It's just like it's an accessory, like a watch.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a very
It's
different
hard to
Texas.
fathom that. It's hard to fathom that. It's hard to fathom that. But your story, I mean, how on earth? Because like you are touring everywhere. You just came out with this comedy special, The Lesbian Army, which if you have not seen that, it is hilarious. Like,
Ah, thanks,
wow.
Dina.
Oh my
Ah,
gosh. Kristen, I mean, I've known you now for a while. I've seen
yeah.
you for a while. You are like, your game is just like, oh, it's fabulous. I can't even wait to see like where else you go. It was hilarious, the Lesbian Army. So how do you get from to a small town in Texas? And I don't even mean like practically how you get there, but there's so many people who have dreams, right?
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
dreams, maybe feel a little bit unsatisfied with where they are in their life, but don't know how to even take that next step, or like what that next step should be. So how do you like from the inside go from a small town in Texas to doing these tours about headlined called Lesbian Army?
My goodness. I mean, it was definitely a journey, but it's like for anybody like with dreams, the way you get out is like you look for a slight open door and then don't be afraid to go through it. And some of it is just like leaving a bad relationship is where it all
Mm.
started for me. I had to leave one in order to like think I was worth like taking the next step. And not all
Interesting.
the steps that led here were healthy. Like there's healthier steps in the last 10 years than there were in the getting out of Texas phase. Like, cause I don't think I jumped from an unhealthy relationship into a healthy one. I just took an open door and went through
Mm,
it. I got
mm,
out of Texas and to California. And
mm-hmm,
that was a door that I went through.
mm,
And from then on, it was like, there's some survival, but also there's like, I don't know, like, anybody that's ever been in the position of like, I have nothing left to lose, like
mm,
severe depression, or I've just been out of an abusive relationship, that is a great time to try your dreams.
mm,
So instead of like cutting yourself, maybe try stand up or art
mm.
or like because you have the same sort of who cares what happens now? Like that's why I started stand up when I was at my absolute lowest
Wow.
because I have
Yeah.
nothing less to lose. Why not just try this? Why not humiliate myself in front of people? Let's just like whatever. And then it turned out to be the thing that saved me. And so just doing the act of
Mm,
stand up in the first place was like, wow. Well, you know what? If I'm going to stay alive, I'm going to stay alive because of this. I'm going to keep doing that because that's the
mm,
one thing that I have that's like given me some sort of like self-esteem boost. Hi to New Zealand. Hello. Good morning. I love New Zealand. But yeah, and from then it was really just like looking for open doors and trying
mm,
not to die along
mm.
the way. Like especially for
Wow.
the gay community, just stay alive is
Wow.
like 90% of this battle because when it feels like the whole world is trying to unalive you and your own brain is doing the same thing, stay alive. And
Mm,
then at some point you can look back on, oh, now I'm going to help other people also
mm,
stay alive because
mm-hmm.
it was worth it. And I'm so glad that I'm still here.
Wow. I mean, and right now,
Sorry, that was a
really,
lot.
no, I mean, there's so much to unpack there. I think I'm going to veer into maybe a little bit more serious how you ended, and then we can go into the kind of the being the best at your bottom. But in terms of just the staying alive part, because I mean, obviously, it's never been easy legally, not even like I'm talking about culturally, but even just legally, being a part of the LGBTQ plus community. But right now, especially, I mean, the tax on transgender community is just insane. I mean, the Supreme Court, time and time again, they California tried to pass a law saying that teachers can't get sued, right?
Right.
For if they are told by their students that they're transgender, they can't get sued if they don't report it immediately to parents. Supreme Court basically put a pause on that law. It looks very much like they're going to issue an opinion any day upholding bans of transgender playing and athletes. I mean, it seems like they have like a vendetta
Hmm.
almost against the transgender community that is what they think maybe is the most acceptable way of attacking the entire LGBTQ plus
You
community.
look for the weakest in the herd to take out.
Yeah,
And that way
exactly.
yeah. And I think most of it is a distraction anyway. And I think it's a base builder. But when Trump won his first term, when he got the presidency the first time, I was having a conversation with my father-in-law about why he won over evangelicals. And they were because he was like, I don't understand it. He's so
Yeah.
not a Christian. Why? And I was like, oh, because he speaks to them like a pulpit pastor. My dad's a minister, and so I know how that speech goes. And it goes, I'm gonna tell you a problem that you didn't know about. I'm gonna tell you about a problem that's very, very scary that you didn't think about yesterday, but now you're scared about it. Don't worry. I have the answer to this problem that didn't even exist yesterday, but oh my God, I have a savior for you. And now you can feel safe. And the feeling of like now you felt scared for a brief moment, but now you feel safe
Mm,
in the fact that there is
mm-hmm,
this danger, but I have a way out. And that's how he won. And
mm-hmm.
so it's been immigrants before, it's been whatever it is, like it's the topic of the day. Right now, they've chosen our transgender community as being like this horrible, scary, bad thing that didn't exist before. And now this is brand new. Where did all the trans people come from? Well, the fact most of us know trans people in the whole gay community, well, we've been here since the beginning of time. And
Right.
sorry, facts are facts. We'll always be. It just is what
Mm-hmm.
it is.
Yeah.
Today, people choose to be angry about it. And it's very easy to manipulate and motivate people when they're angry or scared. And so we're just making us scared and angry. And those of us in the community are just like, what a weird group of people to be scared of. They're so like sheepish most of the time.
Mm,
All trans people are just trying their very best to
yeah.
just go sun up to sundown at all. So no danger, no threat there.
A
It's a
hundred
shame.
percent. And so many of the parents, I thought Republicans cared about parents deciding for their children, right? I mean, a lot of these are children, and
Yeah.
a lot of parents, and honestly, they're doctors, right? I mean, they're getting this a care treatments through their doctors to talk about. But as a lawyer right now, there's very little that can be done when the Supreme Court
Right.
sides against the transgender. I mean, the Supreme Court, I mean, sure, there's some state laws you can kind of try to keep working. But that's why I brought up in the beginning that I think your stand up comedy is so important because, for keeping people alive, like people really need to see that. I think you would call me the hetero reserve.
You're in my hetero reserves. Yay. In the lesbian army. We had to create branches because so many people wanted to join, which was to
Yes.
me so like encouraging about the community. This all started as, of course, a joke, and it started as a way for me to get to talk about being gay and write comedy about it. And then in the course of doing that, it created such a safe space that not just lesbians wanted to be in a safe space. We have so many hetero reserves and bisexual brigade, and like it's grown to like neurodivergence. We have a very large deaf audience that enjoy my stand-up. So it's like basically,
That's
yes, if you
awesome.
want to be here, welcome to it. Welcome to the party of people that, yes, when you read the news, we're all going, wah, wah, wah. Well, we might as well just show up for each other and help each other
Yeah.
through this hard time because, as a lawyer, you took your history has been very interesting to gay people, to women. I
Hmm.
mean, we have gone
Hmm.
through hard times before. And basically, you do your best to keep your community alive. You help
Hmm.
each other, you lift each other up, you make the best of bad days, and you wait for a better regime to come in that treats you a
Hmm.
little nicer. And that's it. That's it. I mean,
100%. And when people talk about like the founders would be so upset, I'm like, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be upset about a lot of this stuff
we
because
were a
they
slave owning country at the time. No, I mean
exactly.
there pick
Yeah.
a great time in history. I
Right.
mean there just isn't one.
I mean,
It's like it is what it is.
they were the white male oligarchs.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Let's be real.
Yeah, who was it
Yeah.
great for? Because women still did not
Right.
have a great. I mean, yeah, it was what it is. What it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. And so, as bad as it is, it has been worse. And
Yep.
you're right. You just have to continue to do it. And why not laugh through it? So,
Yeah, I'm married to a lady. We own property together. This is a law that has never been in this country. So,
mm,
as bad and scary as it is, I still remind my community, even though it's shitty, it's the best shitty it's ever been. And
hmm
like Ruth Bader Ginsburg said, the pendulum is going to swing, and it's going
yeah.
to swing hard.
Hmm.
We're just on a very hard swing, and we're waiting, and surviving.
And you think too, like, and we have the numbers, right? We do.
Yes.
They wouldn't have to mess with all the voting rights and everything if we didn't have the numbers.
Yes.
This is a little bit of a segue, and I don't know if you've all been paying attention to the Hunter Biden viral posts, but he's been talking. When you said that your bottom is what allowed you to kind of be free to take a risk because you felt like you had nothing else to lose, he's been posting about that quite a bit now, that having lost everything and everybody's seen everything about it, it actually has freed him up. So I just wanted to put, and then he's obviously now, in a path of sobriety himself.
Oh,
So
good for him.
yeah,
Yeah, it's real handy like my story of like alcoholism and recovery and whatnot. It is a lot. It's very freeing, especially you kind of stop thinking, what do people think about me? I mean, I'm a nice lady today. I'm a very, I'm a sober lady of dignity and I walk through
hmm
life. But also, there was a time in my life where I fought a paramedic in the back of an ambulance because they were cutting my clothes off because of a drunk driving accident. So you really don't care what
yeah,
people think anymore when you've been
yeah.
both of these ladies. And you're like, okay, go about your business. This is all me. It all happened.
That's
What are you
awesome.
going to do about it? Yeah.
I don't want to give away too many of your jokes from your special, but your joke about how you got sober was so funny.
That's like, how do you know you have a problem? It's like you just know, or an airline tells you. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was funny. And then 13 years later is when you
yeah, yeah. It was a wake up call
that,
I needed. So
that
13
was
years
the
later.
best spot. I mean, my husband has been sober for almost 19 years as well. And yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the hardest things to do is to get sober. But I feel like it ends up creating, like you said, so much freedom to
Yeah.
kind of live your best life, really.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know what it feels like to have like the worst day for like 17 years. Like, like when you talk about like hopeless, like yeah, like I said, politically things are not going my way,
Hmm.
and it's not what I would have chosen. I disagree with a lot. However, this is not my worst day. There is hope in today. I have a lot of and joy. I have hope and joy today,
Hmm.
and I didn't have that before. So even though some circumstances did not go the way that I would have voted, like you're not going to ruin my good time. Like I got a second chance. I didn't die in that car accident. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
look out, world.
Would you say that your stand-up is political, even though you don't say political jokes?
I think just my haircut is political. I mean, I don't talk about it because I don't have to. My
Yeah.
existence is political. So no,
Mm-hmm.
because my existence, like just being an out lesbian woman is politicized, I don't talk about politics. And I do not talk about the man in the White House, and I don't talk shit on that man. Every once in a while someone throws me a Q and A, and it's so hard not to just flippantly respond, but I try. And the reason I do that, I do have a special online. Thank you for asking
Mm-hmm.
someone in the comments. It's called the Lesbian Army Special. You can go watch it right now. You can go to my website, kristinkey.com, and there's a little link, and it says something about watching a special. Go do that. Oh,
Yeah.
listen to us first and then go.
Yeah, and I think
So
it's free right now for Pride Month.
we've made it available for everybody, so you can just watch it for no money at all. What was I saying before that?
About how
The
sometimes you
reason I don't
get a
talk bad
question.
about the
Oh yeah.
president. Yeah, it's because I try real hard not to punch down or like have a
Hmm.
villain in my show, even if it's what everybody in my community like agrees is the villain and deserves it. It's
Hmm.
like, but still, in my mind, I'm like, just because we all decided that that person is less than and deserves to be laughed at, does that make it okay for somebody else to decide that a trans person is less than and that they can laugh at them? To me, it's all the same. And so if I'm
Hmm.
saying don't laugh at the trans community and don't make your stand up about that, in my mind, I cannot make fun of Republicans or people that I think aren't doing a great job at their job because it's the same thing. I'm villainizing
Hmm.
someone and putting them down to make our community look better. We don't need to do that. We can
Hmm.
just be better.
I agree. I feel like when I talk politics, it's, I think it's a kind of a cheap and like less intelligent way of criticizing somebody is to make personal attacks.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that then there's, you should be able to debate their policy or whatever. But I do think that's why it was so uplifting, frankly, to watch your thing, because there's a lot of comedy these days that does include a lot of hate because it's easy, right? I mean, there is so much hate from both sides, right? I feel like it's like almost like
Yeah.
hate is the commodity right now.
Right. Right. And like I read The Secret, like whatever you focus on kind of gets bigger. If like even if you think you're
Mm-hmm.
justified for it, it still puts more hate in the world and it becomes the
Mm-hmm.
cesspool of I'm angry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to feel like that, even when things aren't going my way. So I try, like, I'm not always perfect at it. Like, there have been definite times, like on my Patreon game night or when I like hang out with my friends that the topic comes up and you're just in the mood
Yeah.
to vent politically. I just try not to do it on stage because I don't want it to be the message that people take away.
And it's so effective. I relate because my father came to this country like way back in the 50s and he faced discrimination as an Arab man. And what he did with his family and his community was create these Arab days where in the park, and I remember as a little kid going, they would have food and dancing and the music and a celebration of their culture.
Wow. Yeah.
That was their form of resistance. And you might think, okay, like, is that enough? They ended up creating political power from that and getting community members elected to the city council to this day after so many years. So I'm a big believer in actually just lifting up a community, because when you start to see somebody as a real person, those arguments, the
Right.
dehumanizing arguments, like don't work anymore. They just
Right.
don't. And I think it's actually something that obviously you need many forms of resistance, right? You need the lawyer who's going to file the brief. You need the person who's going to pick. You might even need the person who's like screaming anger into the bullhorn sometimes, but you can't, but you also need just the like uplifting up of the community. And I feel like that's what you do that so beautifully. That's why I was like, do you see your stand up as political? Because I see it as a form of politics just because I believe that the uplifting of any community, any marginalized community, is a form of resistance.
It's so funny. It definitely didn't start that way. And it's not like when I sit down to write material, that's definitely not in my head. I just wrote a brand new song that I had to change the whole message of the song because it was like, I felt like it was becoming too much of a, like, things aren't great instead of a hopeful message. I was trying to write a song, like, I think it was like, about a lesbian president. And I
Oh.
was like, what I ended up doing was like really, really bashing men. And I was like, well, that's probably like as funny as it is, and as much
Mhm.
as well as it will be received with my crowd, that is not the message that I want to put out in the world. And so I ended up writing a different song, and it's If Women Ruled the World. And it has no male bashing. It has more hope, and like it's joyful and funny. And it's
Oh my
just
gosh, I
like,
want to hear that. Is that
I
out
know it's
yet?
brand new. No, I just wrote.
Yeah,
I've played it once in my whole life. I played it in Salt Lake
I
City. It
love
went
it.
really well. So I'm so excited. It's like the newest thing I have, and so I'll play it in San Francisco and then on from
Oh,
there out
cool.
this year. And so like, but it like kind of made space for like a bunch of new stuff is coming, and it's like because I was stuck in this mindset of like, oh yeah, I love this lesbian president and everything. And I wrote it, and I was like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, that is not how I want to do this. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
do not want an entire act that's like because I have lots of men in my audience that I mean, why would I want to alienate someone that likes my show? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and why would I ever create like, yeah, the world's shitty
Mm-hmm.
as it is. Like, no, let's just do let's play what if. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe the what if actually manifests like more women in leadership
Mm-hmm.
roles because it really celebrates more of us working together, the way our minds work, what we're actually focused on. And yeah, it's real fun.
And to your point, like anytime you start to like stereotype any group, even if it's, you know, men, it starts to, crumble. Sometimes I'll do that with my husband, and then he'll be like, wait, like, I don't know if I like what you just said. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I forgot.
Yep.
You're what now. But because it's true, like there's always exceptions to every stereotypes, right? That's why you cannot act in stereotypes. And that even
Right.
goes to white men, right? Obviously, you see like the Mike Johnsons of the world and the Pete Hegseths, and you want to just hate on them all. But there's a lot who are part of that reserve,
Yeah.
as well, or, just good people. So, I love that. I can't wait to hear that song because honestly, things would be much better if women ruled the world. Like,
It'd
let's
be
be
so
real.
organized. Like I feel like the countries would actually communicate with each other. We would get together. It'd be more like a world organization instead of me versus. There'd be
Yeah.
less war. All the
Yeah.
children would be fed. Like it's
So
crazy
organized.
how much would happen if women and even I mean like just for shits and giggles, I typed into like I don't like AI very much, but I was like I want to see themes online of other people. So I googled it. What would it look like if a
Yeah.
woman ruled the world? And the themes were just like community work, children being fed, like more like socialized medicine, universal healthcare. It's like, oh my God, because all women want to do is help everybody survive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, and I don't want to say what men would do. We're watching it. Men are ruling the world right now. And we're just
True.
saying that's all. It's a test. Right
Yeah.
now we're
Yeah.
experimenting. I don't think this experiment is going well. So
Right.
I'm not saying that they're bad or wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying perhaps it's not useful and perhaps we should change management for the world.
Let's change management.
That's all. Yeah,
I
that's my
love that.
review of the world right now. One star would not recommend. Could we change management? I will come here again under new ownership.
Oh my gosh, exactly. Can I like end my subscription, as everybody
Yeah.
says, and like restart it when
Right.
Kristen's vision comes into effect?
Yeah, I want boycott. I want boycott Earth right
Yeah.
now. I will come back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
when we fix our problems.
Oh my gosh, 100%. Yeah, if they would just listen to us, Kristen, we would be done. It would be like that. It would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I think yeah. And I
yeah,
think sometimes things are done operation like when you operate out of fear, everybody's your enemy.
yeah.
And if you operate out of like abundance, we would be better off. But anyway, these are all ideals. Like, yeah, sure, I could run the world better. It's like, but I mean, I'm in my office in California,
Well,
not running the
we
world,
at
just
least need enough
speculating.
more. We should at least have like representation, enough proportional representation, if nothing else.
Right,
Like, let's be real.
right.
Let's be real. Yeah. No,
I
I know.
mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of us in the world.
I
Yeah,
know. Yeah. No, we should at
yeah.
least have more. So, speaking of future, though, I mean, I have a feeling you're the kind of person who has like another,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like, yeah, bigger dream.
There's always something in the hopper. Yeah.
I don't think you can be as successful as you are without always thinking of the
Isn't that
next.
crazy? I like 10 years ago, I was like, I don't know, sitting on my couch drinking vodka, wondering why my phone wasn't ringing. And now it's
Wow.
like, I literally have things going all the time. Yeah, there'll be a new special coming out next year. We shot it in March of this year. It's being like
Oh,
edited and put
that's
together.
awesome.
I've got a new show that I recorded with, oh, I can't even talk about it. But anyway, it's on
Ooh.
Dropout. I'm not going to talk about
Okay.
it. Can't tell you what it
Okay.
is. That's coming out probably in
Ooh.
August, I think, end of July or August. Yeah, watch
Oh.
for that.
Okay. Okay.
But always new stuff, and I'm touring like the back half of this year. We just added a bunch of new theaters, so yeah, check my website and see if I'm going to be coming to a city near you because we're gonna spread the joy everywhere we go. A lot of fun stuff. This show, this hour, I think it's called Camp Kristen, is what we recorded last year. Well, like the new special that no one's
Oh.
seen yet. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's coming out. And so it deals a lot with like religious trauma and church
Okay.
camp and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now, did you sing in your church choir? Because you're actually a really good singer. How did you,
Well, we didn't have a choir because our
ooh,
church believed that churches that had choirs were going to hell.
oh,
We
okay.
were one of those no instrumental music churches. You couldn't have any instrumental music because they didn't talk about it in the New Testament. So we thought that was very sinful. So everybody sang a cappella. And so everybody
Yeah.
had to learn how to sing in my church.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we got a little start there, realize that you're actually a good singer.
I love
That's
to
unique.
sing.
You've not just funny. You've got a good voice.
Oh, I love to sing. I love to I like, it's, for me, it's a bonus.
Yeah. I love it when you say, I have no words, so I'll sing.
I have, I can't really put it into words. So I guess I'm going to sing about it.
That would be fun if our politicians started doing that.
I would appreciate, I mean, I
Oh
would,
my gosh,
yeah.
right? Like, which politician would you want to see doing that? Like,
I would want, I would want to see the president try to do an improv song. Somehow it would make it more palatable what he's saying
yeah, he
if he
would
sang it.
actually be the one to think he could do it too. So
Oh my
that's not a bad
gosh.
idea. He'd be like, "Of course, I'm a good singer."
I wish somebody, because he takes, am I echoing in you or just my ears?
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I think it stopped. Nope, still
okay.
there. Maybe it's my ears.
I don't hear you echoing. Maybe somebody in the comments can say if they are too, but to me, you sound good.
Okay. 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 It's still there. Anyway, I think if someone convinced him that he could sing, he would sing more. So I hope somebody
I know,
really close to
right?
him will be like, you know what? You got a great singing voice. You should do your next press conference in song. So the rest of us can be like,
Oh my gosh, I would love to see this. This. We have to make this happen. We have to make this happen. Unfortunately, I'm not friends with any of his awful people, so that's not going to be
okay.
able to happen. Maybe we need
Yeah.
to do like reverse psychology. Like you can't sing. Maybe get
You
that like going on the internet.
you better not sing. You better not.
And he'll be like, I'm the best singer that has ever lived in the entire world. I'm going to prove it to you.
Nobody's ever sang better than me. Oh my God. Yeah. Anything to just like distract from what's going on.
Yeah, to laugh our way through it. Somebody
Yeah.
else said, and that's why I was like, I wanted to really talk to you about this in the beginning of Pride Month when so much is really awful things are going on with the LGBTQ plus community is like, if, if we don't laugh, we'll cry.
Right.
Right? We
Right.
need to choose the laughter. We can't get cynical. If we get cynical, they win. And
Right.
and also maybe we should try to enjoy ourselves. There's so much we're powerless over. Sure, we can do some things. We get to vote. We get to knock on doors for candidates we believe in. We get to make phone calls. It's not like we can't do anything, but in the meantime, maybe we laugh our way until, like you said, things get better.
Agreed. Yeah, and we got a big community to lean into. There's a lot of there the echo's back. But we've maybe if I just unplug. Can you hear me now? Phone? I'll
I
see it's
can
still
hear.
echoing. I wonder what it is. Of the people
Unfortunately,
watching diagnosis. Is anybody in
I
IT?
know. I know. Please, I'm not a good tech person myself. I'm lucky I got this live going.
You did a great job.
Okay,
So
thanks.
oh, it fixed for a second. So okay, so while before the echo comes back,
Okay.
yeah, we have amazing programs in almost every community. That's like 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 LGBTQ plus support groups or nonprofits that are specifically set up to help LGBTQ youth that's either having trouble at home, that is dealing with like being unhoused for a bit. So it's like you are not alone if you're out there. Like the news gets really scary. Lean into these programs because every state, almost every city has one. Just look it up, find it, and plug into it. Because people like me, we raise money for these programs so that they can help you.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I know, definitely. I mean, there's so much good work. I'm glad that you brought it up because there's so much noise that people don't always know what there is available out there. It's hard
Yeah.
for even the nonprofits to kind of break through and realize like what options there are or not. Well, Kristin, I think we were kind of at the end of our live.
Okay. This has been
Right.
so fun.
I know. I'm so grateful that you joined me for this conversation because, like I said, I feel like this is such a difficult time, but you are just such a source of joy and leader. And I cannot wait to talk to you again. I mean, anytime there's something that you want to talk about.
We should do this again. You're so easy to talk to. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, you're
Well, it's
so
good seeing your
funny.
face.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh,
gosh.
good
Some
seeing you.
days
Okay, okay. Can we end it on this? Actually, what's your skincare regime? Because your skin is like on fire. I was like, what? I mean, is this like just natural, like just natural talent? Like you were just born with this
go
skin?
on. No, I use let's see, this amazing face lotion from have you heard of Trader Joe's? It's incredible. And then yeah, I think I use
What?
Elia as my makeup, but that's it. Yeah. I
Oh, I
wash my
like
face.
Elia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. I like them too.
I drink
But
lots of water
oh my gosh. Okay,
and
so you're born
sobriety.
with it, basically.
My mom has good skin. Yeah. At
That
some
is so
point I will
good.
just look like an old lady out of nowhere. It'll come out of nowhere at like 65.
Oh my
It'll
gosh.
yeah, it'll look like this and then at 65 I'll look 65.
Well, my theory is like, you know how normally like presidents age during their presidency? Like, I'm really afraid that like instead I'll be the one aging as I cover his presidency. Like, he doesn't care enough to age. He's going to be like, whatever. But the rest of us are going to be like, because it's only a year in. And I'm like, it's already tricky. So we'll see in 3 years. I'm like, we'll see what things look like in 3 years.
I'm just like, I mean, without being morbid, I'm just like, I believe in Wiccans. And the Wiccans are doing good work right now. We don't know what's going to happen, but I think they're
No.
going to, something's going to happen.
I mean, there's a lot. I know.
Hmm.
I know. I know. There's,
You cannot
although,
eat that many
I
hamburgers
know.
and be
I know.
healthy.
I know. I know. It's so tricky. But then we're going to have Vance. So, you know,
No. When you cut off the head of the snake,
yeah.
there's going to be absolute chaos without a
Yeah.
leader. It's going to be chaos. People are going to be turning on each other. It's going to be so much fun to watch. I mean, but when everybody's like, oh no, it's the problem is the movement. There is no movement without a leader. He has got everybody in such a lock. Before they consolidate
Yeah.
power again, there's going to be absolute
Yeah.
chaos. And in that moment, I think the pendulum's going to swing. So
No,
will it happen again? Probably someday. But I think if the head of the snake is not here right now for, whoever knows what reason, I think it's a big hopeful day for America.
a big hopeful day. I mean, I
Yeah.
think you're right. In some weird ways, he captivates people like nobody else does. That is for sure.
Captivates, blackmail.
And
We don't know. We don't know what to call it. We don't know.
we don't know it. And and,
Mm-mm.
and when that happens, are you going to sing maybe a special song?
I might, and I'll try to make it not seem mean.
And
It'll
not
be
see me.
hopeful. Yep.
Well, it's okay. We are going to
Yep.
be feeling hopeful and
It's
celebratory and
okay
all
to
that
feel
good stuff.
joy, even on hard days for others.
This is how we get through things.
That's how we get through.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
get
know.
through things.
It'll be a challenge to write that. I can't wait for that challenge to come.
I think you're going to have to write it because now I'm going to want to listen to it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to have it ready. Like when they have things ready to say when something happens, you're like, oh, bring out that press briefing.
That's true. Like all those newspapers, they already have it ready. You need yours ready, Kristin. Oh my gosh. I think we may have come up with a new song right here during our little live.
I know. Yeah. And as I'm writing it, we'll just call it manifesting. I love you, Dita. It's good to see your face.
I love you too, Kristin. Thank you so much. Can't wait to hear how everything is. Celebrate Pride with the Lesbian
I
Army
will.
streaming. It is hilarious, so on point. It
Aw.
is the resistance. The best way to resist is laughter. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's do it again soon. Okay.
For sure. Okay.